Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So a couple of weeks ago I did my review of the kikki.K Dream, Do, Enjoy and Share workshop. And in that video I said that if you guys wanted to see walkthroughs of these whole books that I would do them for you, and I had a lot of people ask me for them. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk you through Dream and Do, and then on Friday I'm going to walk you through Enjoy and Share. Just because there is a lot in them and I don't want to sort of condense it all to make this a really long video. So by splitting it up I feel like I've kind of helped make it a little bit shorter. So we'll start off with the Dream book, and I will admit that when I went through and put all the little page flags on these ones, it was the Dream, the Do and the Enjoy books that I got most out of. The Share one is also very good, but I didn't get as much out of it. So you open it up and you've got this beautiful colours all through it, which is all mainly blue in this one. So you've got a little page thing here that says live your best life, which I think would be really nice in one of my planners. And then you've got the beautiful title page, I guess, that just says at least once a day allow yourself the freedom to think and dream. And you've got a little bit more about dreaming, and then it asks you who you are, and it's got these beautiful pages that are just all like just one quote, and I love it. I especially love anything by Roald Dahl. He's one of my favourite authors. And we are the dreamers of dreams, which comes out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I love it. So it asks you who you are, and I will go through them all, but I will try and flick a little bit so that we don't sit here forever. But they've also got these gorgeous gilded pages in here, which I wish I could rip out, but I won't ever do. But they would look beautiful in my planner if I could just pull them out. kikki.K, if you're watching, if you want to make this book with a different version that you can tear out, I'd really enjoy it. So you have to start somewhere and start today. And then it has all these activities all the way through it. So what do you love to do? And it asks you to write them out. For me, writing in this book would be just sacrilegious. I couldn't do it. But I am going to take out, and these are what these little flags are for, I am going to take out certain portions of them and put them into my planner. And when I've done that, I will share that with you. I also really love these pages that look like they've been printed on like a linen fabric. I think that's really pretty. And then you got break it down. And these ones too. I love these. I want these. I want to be able to pull them out and put them in my planner. They're so pretty. This is a blank canvas. If there was nothing holding you back, what would you spend your time doing? You got a whole big page there. But as you sort of go through it, you notice how beautiful the quotes are. And especially these photography shots. I just love them. They're so good. So it asks you to ask about what matters to you and how you can live with purpose and intent. And it keeps going as well. This is just one of those things that I'd love to put in if I had a coffee table, on my coffee table, so when people came to visit. So then it's got other activities like what's important to you, what's not important to you. If you do want to use the book at some point, what I would recommend to you is using post-it notes. You can always put these in here and then take them out and change them the next time you do them. That way you can use the book in the way that it should be used, but then you don't damage it, or you don't sort of write stuff in there that you can't take out. That's just so pretty. So little and big moments, what are the most influential moments of your life, and reflect on those moments. Dream without limitations. What are your values? It goes through all the things that you value and what are the most important things. I love that. So keep going with some more quotes. It is a really big book. So how do you live your life? Write down on the following page the values that you want. So this is another good one for the post-it notes. You can put your values and then move them around. What dreams have you already made come true? Because it's really important too when you're thinking about all this stuff. What have you already done that you're really, really proud of? So you go dreaming. This is one that I want to put in my planner. It's the 101 Dreams Index. So write down every single dream you get until you get to 101, and then just start ticking them off. And they can be little dreams. They can be something as simple as I want to learn how to cook as good a chicken carbonara as Ryan does, because he makes really good chicken carbonara and I'd love to learn how to do that. Or as complex as I want to get the dream job, or I want to move to Paris, or whatever it might be. But I really love that idea of having that dream index. This is another one of those pages that I wish I could tear out because they're just so pretty. It just says dream then do. This one too with the wood, they're just so gorgeous. So it goes all through what your life is made up of. the different areas of your life, which is another thing that I flagged just because I actually want to copy this bit and all the different things that make up someone's life. So your career is one thing, learning is another thing, family, relationships, health, all those things, and what are your dreams in each of those different areas, because that makes you a really whole kind of person. This one's just live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, and drink the wild air. I just love it. So this is where you can put all of those down that we've just written down for all those different ones. Believe in yourself, beautiful trees. Goals are just dreams with deadlines. And then these are the things that stop you. So I don't want to put this in my planner, but I really think it might be useful for me. So what are the things that actually stop you? And then these are the things that, what are you going to look back on in 1 year, 10 years, 8 years, etc., etc. Don't compare yourself to other people, which is really, really important. It's never too late to try anything. Doesn't matter if you're 18 or 80, you can still dream for things. This is another one. This is something actually, this quote means a lot to me because it's actually something that someone I used to work with, actually a customer that I used to have, used to say to me all the time. That was, shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And that was what she always told me, and it means a lot. Whenever I see it, it just makes me a little bit teary for a second. So prioritizing your dreams, making sure that what you want to do actually comes first. Always say yes. Don't say no to opportunities just because you're not absolutely sure how to do it. Say yes anyway, and figure it out as you go. And I love that page. It's just such a beautiful book, really. So that's the dream book. As I said, you can take as much out of this or as little out of it as you like, but I just find them really useful. And then the do book, which I've got a little bit here as well. So you open it up, it's got the blue again, but then it sort of moves into this orange colours all through it. So do live the life you've imagined, and you get another one of those live your best life tags. So it asks you where you're going, and it's got all these quotes along there as well, same as the other one. They're very similar, they just have different themes to them, obviously. So setting goals. If you've done the Kikki Goals workshop, a lot of this comes out of there. They work really well together. I think these two together work really nicely. So more quotes through there. So it also teaches you how to make SMART goals. So SMART goals are things that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. And that's the way you can make sure your goals are always achieved, as much as you can anyway. It takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. That's very true. So just keep flicking through that. What did I flag that for? Oh yeah, that's the SMART goals. I forgot. So keep going all through there. So this is the visualizing your dream life. So how would your dream life be in 1 year's time, in 3 years' time? And it's asking you to be really specific with them, and then 5 and 10. If you want to go further than that, make yourself a 20. That's also something you could do, but that's a task that I'm really looking forward to actually putting some time into. So this one actually asks you to look back at the dates that you've just done. So the 1, 5, 10, 20, whatever it might be, and actually picking a date and going, this is what I want this to be. Now it could be one of those ones, or you could pick something in the middle, like if it's a 3-year thing, you can do that. But it's actually writing that date down and saying, yes, I'm going to aim towards that date. It's also then going to move you into career, health, education and learning, and all these different things that you want to make sure that you actually set goals in those areas to really push yourself to be able to go through some of those. We must first believe that we can. Very true. So then it asks you just to pick one of those goals and really knuckle down on that one. So how will you accomplish it? Why do you want to achieve it? What will you be rewarded with if you do it? Just really good ways to make sure that you think out exactly what that goal is and all the little things that will help you to really be able to get through that. This is another one of those gorgeous gilded pages. So this is the support network. So write down the people in your life that are in your support network. Some people, you don't just have to think of your partner, because obviously that's a really good one, or your parents, that's another really good one. But think about people who are in your network at work who can help you achieve your career goals. Even people that aren't necessarily at your work, but that you know is someone that maybe has achieved what you're trying to achieve, you can actually reach out to them and you can actually put them in there as well. It's another really good way to sort of push yourself a little bit more. There's this one that the You Are Talented, so that just asks you to list all the things that you're really, really good at. Not quite sure yet how I do that, but that one's there. And that's, for me, that's making myself actually be a little bit proud of the things that I can do. I think I just put that one there because I love that page. So things I want to learn about, tiny little things like I really want to learn how my company works and how all the different bits and pieces sort of marry into each other. But it could be you want to learn about your family history, which I've done as well. You might want to learn about how planes stay in the air. Whatever it is, list them out. And again, you can just start ticking them off because it's just such an interesting way to do it. So I asked you to think differently. It's got different quotes there. What's holding you back? You've got your excuse, and then think about how you can actually solve that excuse. So if you don't have enough time for something, give up maybe searching through social medias. It's a really good way to actually place out the way that things are holding you back and try and eliminate them if you can. So I asked you to write down all your greatest fears. It's got all these beautiful quotes. It's just so pretty. Things I love about myself. This would be impossible for me to do, but is maybe something that I need to do on a day that maybe Ryan's not here. Something like that. So this one is your manifesto. Now I kind of talked about this bit a little bit in my review. This was something that when she said it, and I said this in my review video as well, I really didn't take it seriously. I thought it sounded really self-satisfied. No, but it sort of made me feel a bit up myself, but when I actually wrote it, I really enjoyed it. And I'll show you at the end how I've actually set it up in my planner because I have actually done that one already. There's another big quote one there. Beautiful pages. Actions speak louder than words. How will you do right by you? And then just telling you not to give up. Keep fighting. Courage, dear heart. C.S. Lewis, another one of my favourite authors. I think that's one of my favourite things about kikki.K. They always take quotes from my favourite places. It's awesome. It might be hard, but it's worth it. So that is the do one. Just to finish off really quickly, I'll show you what I've done with my manifesto. So this is I'm just jumping into my regular planner that you guys see all the time. And just right at the front, in between my month pages and my weekly pages, I've just written my manifesto out. And all I've done is just put this on a beautiful piece of Kaiser Craft paper that I've decorated front and back. And I've just printed it out on vellum. And I don't know if you guys can see it. You can. But I will read it out a little bit. So it just says, dream bigger, don't settle, create more, love harder, spend more time, look around, explore where you are, learn every day, push yourself, be you, and don't apologize. And from now on, that's what I'm going to live by as much as I possibly can. So it's just there at the start of my planner. If I'm just having one of those days where nothing's going right, I'm just going to pull that out and just breathe for a second and just go through. That's how I want to live my life. And I love the fact that it's now in my planner and on such a beautifully decorated piece of paper too. Makes me really happy. So that is the first 2 books from the Dream, Do, Enjoy and Share range. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I will be doing the other 2 on Friday, so if you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss those 2 videos. Otherwise, just tune back in again on Friday afternoon. If you want to leave me a comment, you can always do that down below, or you can find me on any of my social medias. They're all down below as well. I'd love to hear about how, if you've got these books or if you've done the workshop, how you're employing some of these things into your everyday lives. I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome day, and I will see you again on Friday. See you later. Bye.